Hey there, once again, it's me, Gian Lasala of Pageant Talks, and we are at the second part of this interview with Guzel Musina, Miss Grand Russia 2020. So, привет, Guzel, hi.
Привет! Hi!
Yes, hello, and mabuhay. So, for this interview, the second part of the interview, Guzel will answer keywords and her final statement, which is patterned after the Miss Grand international final interview. So, are you ready, Gazelle?
Yes.
Okay, so again, so as not to cheat on everyone, I have a copy here, and I'm just gonna randomly pick. So, first keyword number one is women empowerment. Say something about women empowerment.
In Russia, women empowerment is very popular, unfortunately, especially in workplace. That someone have some places is only for men, someone for only women. Maybe they write in some statements because a builder is very hard work and you need to be very strong, and man's body is more suitable for it than most of women. But if you talk about any boss job, unfortunately I met with it in my previous job that women don't have an opportunity to be a boss in this workplace. I think it's very it's unfair.
Yeah.
Because all people, no matter about your gender, should have an opportunity to get any place. And of course, it's not only about workplace; it's also in any laws. When for example, in Russia, some laws don't protect women very well, so it's also a problem.
Yeah, because you know what, you are an epitome of women empowerment. The mere fact that you chose a college course that is dominated by men.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
you are a very good example. You are the walking and talking example of women empowerment. So good job with that, Gazelle. So yeah, so number two is gender-based discrimination. Again, gender-based discrimination. What can you say about it?
I meet with this situation very very often. When I said someone that I'm a programmer, someone says, "You're a woman." I said, "Or what? I'm not enough smart, or what?" I can say that I'm angry on that people because many Russians grow up in Soviet Union, so they have like pattern in their mind.
Yeah.
But it's something not very not it's not very comfortable for me. And I meet with one situation. We have a men's beauty pageants, not in Russia but international men's beauty pageants, and someone of my neighbors said that it's only for women. And I said, no, it's not only for women. Why? Men's very beautiful too. They were handsome.
Yeah.
Why they can't compete in beauty pageants like women? So I think it's ridiculous. It's very strange.
I know, and it's such a surprise that you still get those kinds of remarks. That that's really surprising. Like you are, you're as talented as as everyone else. Regardless of gender, you can do a man's job. Apparently, like I'm a man and I'm hosting this show, which is really also not the typical man's job, right? So
Yes.
I'm a fashion designer and I'm a man, which is really reserved for women. So the Lord created us uniquely, and He doesn't really limit your talent based on gender. So He appointed that talent for you, and that is yours for you to multiply. Okay, so number three, we're halfway there. Domestic violence. What can you say about domestic violence?
I'm happy that I never meet with it. but I hear many stories from women, especially in Russia, when they have a domestic, when they were a victim of domestic violence. And unfortunately, we don't have any strict rules or laws in Russia which protect women. And in most cases, women can't prove that they have a domestic violence. It's not about only physical, but also mental violence. I think it's not suitable for everyone, and we should have. Not only in Russia, I know that the situation in many other countries, especially in Arabic countries, that women haven't voice in the family, and we should control it, and we should create any special programs. I know that there are a lot now, but especially in Russia, there are not a lot, and I think we don't have resources of which to call someone and to ask help. It's important field in nowadays, and I really I think that in the future women don't have this situation, and not only women and men too, and kids. Unfortunately, kids that one of the biggest victim in now 21st century.
Yeah, and this is what I can only advise you. If you experience that, I think the best thing that you should do is to run to a friend right away. If not, go to your local church, run to a pastor. if there's any Christian churches nearby, go run. Because you cannot wait for the authorities really to take action. What you can do is to run to a friend or run to a local church if you have a church nearby. So next, how about sexual harassment? Sexual harassment. What can you say about sexual harassment?
I don't think that I have it in my life, but maybe some situation, but I don't think that it's like sexual harassment. I know that many of my friends have it when they're university and in the workplace. It's hard to prove, to show your rules and your opinion about the situation, because very often you're scared, for example, your boss or someone. It's very hard, and I think that maybe we should take more video cameras to prevent it, or something like this. Maybe we should have special psychotherapists in the workplace who will protect you, not like say that you're stupid. It cannot be. You imagine something. It's not true. Our boss is very good to people. So yes, it's also very very hard sphere. And in the future, I want to fight with this mission to protect people in any violence. Especially harassment, because it's kind of violence too.
Yeah, because the best thing that you should do about sexual harassment, it's both for men and women, is to actually speak up. And a sexual predator will always make their victims feel good about what's happening. So that's the reason why it's so hard to speak up. But any kind of sexual advances that are untoward and unsolicited is a form of abuse already. So if you experience that, Guzel, again, run to a friend, run to someone you can trust and do something about it, because it's really, really bad, I tell you.
Yes.
Okay, second to the last, how about racial discrimination? What can you say about racial discrimination?
In Russia, there are no any difference in Russia, but in my classroom when I study at school, I never meet with it, because I know that many kids faced with this problem in their childhood. And you know that in my university there are many Asian or I think African people, and we very glad to them. We never say something wrong, or they have the same rules which we have, or no, which all international students have. So, and I meet with many Asian people in Kazan. We very good friends, and my parents and our teachers never said that it's something bad when you're looks not like European. It's also good because we all have the same structure of our body. We have skeleton, we have our thoughts, and it doesn't matter what your appearance and what the race you are. So I think in Russia, this problem is not very popular. Hopefully.
Yeah, and it's good that you're exposed to a lot of cultures, because it actually shapes your thoughts and the way you see the world, because these are also God's people. I mean, they're created by God, so you're supposed to love them. So in my case, I really love African women. They're so beautiful, and now I'm so blessed, Guzel, because the Lord led me to you. It's my first time to actually interview someone from Europe, and not that far. I mean, Russia is not that far from the Philippines. I mean, yeah. So I'm very, very grateful. So, okay. So last but not the least, it is the overall theme of Miss Grant International, which is world peace. What can you say about world peace?
As I said previously, I saw many and I hear many situations, especially about the Second World War, because our grandparents talk a lot about it. We have a special day when all TV translated this harmful situation many years ago. Nowadays we have many countries who argue with each other, who have war between each other. It's also it's bad because innocent people suffer. And I want to repeat that my grandfather said to me that it should be a bad peace, but a good war is not suitable. It's not okay. That we always should conversation and solve problem with conversation, or maybe any talks, but we don't should show our violence to innocent, to civilians, because politicians solve their problems. Okay, military does their job, but the civilians who didn't start this war and all the situation, they get the most out of it. So I think it's very bad.
Yeah, and one of the things that we should always remember is that a violence is not an answer to another violence.
Yes.
So
yes.
you know what? I really like what you said about, the innocent people are the victims here, and it is never their fault. So perhaps, we can talk it out, sort it out through a very good conversation. So that is that is the keyword section of the second part. And now we are going to move forward with the final statement. So the final statement, Guzel, imagine yourself in the top 5, wearing the same evening gowns as everyone, and here you are given the chance to talk about a specific topic or the question in the final Q&A. So number 1, Guzel, what is your message of peace to everyone in the world?
I want to repeat the statement, the third one, because I think it's really clear, and everyone should understand it. We should create a peace. We should make everything which we can to prevent the war, in any ways, maybe conversation, maybe just exchanging something, but we do, it's not possible when civilians suffer in this situation, and we we should create the peace, and even a good war, it's bad, it's a bad
Yeah.
one.
Yeah. And I like what you said about creating peace. It's like striving and working hard to keep the
Yes.
peace and the harmony.
Yeah.
We should be peacemakers, not
Yes.
peacekeepers. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So number two, what is your message to everyone who is suffering because of the global pandemic?
Mm, when I have some problems, I said all the time that it will go out, that all pandemics ended in the past, so this one is also ended maybe in year, in some months, and everything will be good.
Yeah.
Because we live in the world, we have all our problems, we fighting with someone. Pandemic is the one challenging for all of us, and we just should keep it out. We should protect ourselves, and I hope that our medicine in all over the world help us. We have many cases when people in very difficult situation of COVID alive. So we should believe that it will be good.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, these two shall pass. We should just continue praying and believing in God.
Yes.
Always that this will be better soon. So, last but not the least, why should you be the next Miss Grand International?
When I saw all these beauty queens of Miss Grand International since 2013, they all very different. They have all very different appearance and their own personality. They not look like similar to each other, and I'm convinced that they all have their personality and something inside all of them that catching that magnetic, yes, for people. And I think my personality, my opening smile and everything inside of me will help me to get the crown and the win of this beauty pageant.
Yeah, so what you need to do is just to show your heart, open your heart to everyone.
Yes.
And let that
and
shine.
Be honest, be yourself. It's very important.
Yeah, wow, Guzel, you are so amazing. And
thank you.
You've threaded through this interview, and I'm so happy that you let your confidence shine through. So, before we end, would you give me the honor to show us your crown for the audience?
Yes.
Yay!
Yes.
Yay!
I have this one.
Yes, can you wear it for us?
Okay.
Such a beautiful crown.
Yes,
Yay.
it's a little bit big.
I know.
And very heavy. I think 2 kilograms.
So anyway, before we end, Guzel, do you have any messages of love to your supporters here in the Philippines and all over the world?
As I write in my Instagram blog, that beauty competition in Russia is not popular, and unfortunately I don't have a lot of supporters from Russia, only my friends and my family. And I'm very happy that people from all over the world support me. They don't know me, they look only my photos, maybe my videos, but they support me. For example, you show the audience about myself, and I very appreciate to you especially. And thank you all to saw this video, to write any comments, and to give me even the like. It's always support, because I saw that I'm suitable for this mission to be a winner or and people very happy from all over the world.
I know, and I'm so happy that we got connected, Guzel. Again,
Yes,
you are the
me
first.
too.
Yeah, you are the first European that I got connected with, and I'm so happy because Russia is such a big country,
Yes.
and I feel so blessed, and I praise the Lord for your life. Such a very beautiful woman like you,
Thank you.
gracing this interview. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Again, show some love for Guzel Musina. Thank you so much for tuning in at Pageant Talks, and make sure to follow, like, and subscribe to all of our social media accounts, and to Guzel Musina as well, who's now on the way to Bangkok as a posting for the Miss Grand International Beauty Pageant. So thank you very much for watching, and take care, and mabuhay, and see you soon. Bye.
Bye.